Presiden Amerika Serikat Donald Trump melontarkan tudingan keras terhadap Iran saat berbicara bersama Kanselir Jerman Friedrich Merz di Gedung Putih pada Selasa 3 Maret. Trump menyatakan Iran adalah pihak yang benar-benar jahat yang menuduh pemerintahan Teheran melakukan tindakan brutal terhadap warga sipil. Terkait hal itu, Donald Trump tidak memberikan bukti nyata untuk mendukung tuduhan tersebut. Hingga berita ini diturunkan juga tidak ada klaim serupa yang secara resmi dilayangkan terhadap pemerintahan Iran.
We've seen countries around the world, many of whom don't usually work together, working with the United States on Iran, whether it's Saudi Arabia working with the United States, Israel, Qatari shooting down Iranian aircraft, and we've also seen European countries step up. Why are we seeing such unity around the world against Iran?
That's a great point. Look, they're just evil. They're it's not the politics; it's their whole philosophy. It's their whole where they come from. It's terrible. Where they kill 35,000, I thought it was 32. Now it turns out it's much more than 35,000 people, and in some cases using machine guns with people that have no weapon. They have no weapon, and they're being machine gunned. They're being sniped from buildings. They're hitting the people with snipers right through the eyes. It's just a very evil ideology, and nobody's really seen anything like it. As I said, even the fact that they've attacked all of their neighbors, and the neighbors weren't attacking. They thought they'd maybe sit it out or what. They've hit Qatar, they've hit UAE, they've hit Saudi Arabia, they've hit Oman. They were helping us negotiate. They got hit. Everybody got hit. Because they're evil and they're bad. It's a bad seed, and somebody had to do it.
Majelis para ahli Iran memilih putra Ali Khamenei yakni Mojtaba Khamenei sebagai pemimpin tertinggi berikutnya setelah wafatnya sang ayah. Adapun pemilihan itu berlangsung di bawah tekanan kuat dari Korps Garda Revolusi Islam atau IRGC. Dalam hal ini Mojtaba diyakini akan menjadi kandidat terdepan untuk menggantikan Khamenei. Namun para ahli justru memiliki pandangan yang berbeda. Sementara itu rupanya Khamenei tidak memasukkan Mojtaba dalam daftar calon pengganti yang dibuatnya tahun lalu. Diketahui dalam kalangan ulama Muslim Syiah Iran, suksesi ayah ke anak tidak dipandang positif. Dilansir dari iradimtl.com pada Rabu 4 Maret, Mojtaba 56 tahun ialah putra tertua kedua Ali Khamenei. Pihaknya memang dikenal memiliki hubungan yang kuat dengan IRGC. Adapun pria berusia 56 tahun itu bukanlah ulama berpangkat tinggi, bahkan ia tidak pernah memegang jabatan resmi dan tak memiliki peran formal dalam rezim tersebut. Kendati demikian, ia memiliki pengaruh yang sangat besar di balik layar. Pihaknya pernah bertugas di Angkatan Bersenjata Iran selama Perang Iran-Irak. Mojtaba menikah dengan Zahra Hadad Adel pada 2004. Namun sang istri sudah meninggal dunia dalam serangan terbaru Amerika Serikat ke Iran pada Sabtu 28 Februari. Dilaporkan sekira 2 drone Iran diduga menyerang kantor intelijen luar negeri Amerika Serikat atau CIA di Riyadh, ibu kota Arab Saudi. Adapun serangan tersebut diluncurkan pada Senin 2 Maret 2026. Dilansir dari dailymail.co.uk pada Rabu 4 Maret, serangan Iran meruntuhkan sebagian atap stasiun CIA. Bahkan asap dilaporkan terlihat mengepul dari area ruang interior bangunan usai insiden terjadi. Kendati demikian, tidak ada laporan korban yang mengalami cedera. Terkait kejadian tersebut, pihak CIA enggan memberikan komentar soal hal tersebut. Sebagai informasi, serangan ini terjadi di tengah meningkatnya ketegangan di Timur Tengah. Jadi setelah operasi militer yang dilakukan oleh Amerika Serikat dan Israel terhadap Iran pada Sabtu 28 Februari lalu. Kementerian Pertahanan Arab Saudi membenarkan hal tersebut. Selesai kejadian, perwakilan diplomatik Amerika Serikat di Arab Saudi mengeluarkan peringatan keamanan ke warganya. Adapun pihak Kedutaan Besar Amerika Serikat di Riyadh meminta warga Amerika untuk menghindari area kedutaan hingga pemberitahuan lebih lanjut. Lalu situasi keamanan di kawasan kini dalam pengawasan ketat otoritas setempat. Sekretaris Jenderal NATO Mark Rutte membantah menolak membantu Washington dalam operasi militer Amerika Serikat ke Iran. Ia menegaskan Presiden Donald Trump tidak pernah meminta aliansi NATO untuk terlibat dalam serangan terhadap Iran. Pernyataan itu disampaikan Mark pada Selasa 3 Maret 2026. Dalam video Fiori yang dirilis pada Rabu 4 Maret, Mark Rutte menyebut negara-negara NATO justru memuji serangan dari Washington dan Tel Aviv ke Iran. Bahkan NATO juga mengapresiasi serangan mereka yang berhasil menghabisi nyawa pemimpin tertinggi Iran, Ali Khamenei.
Gospodine Руте, каква е позицијата, ставот на НАТО по последните случувања на Блискиот Исток, односно откако членка на НАТО го нападнира на Иран во заврте со напади на бази на членки на НАТО и каков може да биде одговорот на НАТО доколку состојбата ескалира?
Well, maybe if I could start with answering that question, of course NATO is not itself involved, but let's be absolutely clear-eyed on what's happening here. Iran is close to getting its hands on a nuclear capability and on a ballistic missile capability, which is posing a threat not only to the region, the Middle East, including posing an existential threat to Israel, it is also posing a huge threat to us here in Europe. We also know that Iran, as an exporter of chaos, has been responsible over decades now for terrorist attacks, assassination attempts. I can tell you from my own experience in my own country, where members of the Iranian diaspora have been under threat from the Iranian regime. And I'm talking about the regime here, not about the Iranian people. The problem is with the regime. Again, NATO is not involved. I can assure you that NATO will defend every inch of NATO territory. Our military commanders, our men and women in uniform are day in, day out working on that using the 360-degree approach, including any threat coming from terrorism, fighting terrorism also being a core task of NATO. But degrading Iran's nuclear capability, degrading Iran's missile capability, the fact that Khamenei is now gone, who is responsible for only this year thousands, potentially 10,000 of people dying, because of the Iranian regime when people were starting to protest against the regime in January. We have seen all that. So I think we are all better off with him gone and with the nuclear and ballistic capability being beaten and degraded as it is as we speak.
So you talked about NATO defending its allies, but yesterday you said that NATO will not be joining the US-Israeli campaign in Iran. At the same time, there are mixed messages from the allies. Turkey is not supporting the actions. Spain is not supporting the USA. President Donald Trump asked of NATO to join the operation. You refused. Is there unity among the alliance?
The President did not ask for NATO to join, so that's not true. This is clearly a campaign which is led by the US and Israel. And what we are seeing is that many allies are providing key enabling support. That's not being part of the campaign, but when it comes to access, logistics, for example, the Spanish Patriot system in Turkey, defending already for 10 years, key US interests based there in Turkey through that Patriot system. These are all examples of how, as NATO collectively, but first of all, of course, the individual allies, where they have the optionality and the possibility to make bases available, etc., they are doing that. And I feel widespread support in Europe. I was on the phone with many leaders over the weekend and also early this week, and I clearly sensed that taking out nuclear capability, taking out the ballistic missile capability, and also Khamenei gone, this is applauded by many of my colleagues in NATO. Thank you so much.